Hello and welcome to this week's Australian Share Market Report. I'm Dale Gillham, Chief Analyst at Wealth Within. This week I'll be discussing trading myths and tips and what you really need to know to be successful. Then I'll tell you where I think the All Ordinaries Index is going and look at this week's stocks of interest. Before we jump into the report, I'd just like to mention that if you have any thoughts on investing, please comment below. And be sure to subscribe to our channel to keep up to date when we upload regularly. Let's get into this week's report. I find that people are new to the market and wanting to learn how to make money from it, that they have a lot of myths or misconceptions about trading and the stock market in general. The biggest myth being, as I mentioned in my last video, those new to the market expect that they have to day trade to be profitable. This is one myth that either stops people from even getting started or it causes them to go down the most dangerous paths. As I mentioned, for some, these myths and misconceptions often hold them back from even getting into the stock market. And for others, these myths can and often do cause them to make poor decisions. So how can you keep your eyes open to opportunity whilst avoiding making poor decisions and going down the wrong path? Quite simply, really. It is always good to keep in mind that everyone is in the market for their own interest. The finance industry relies on you being a client. The more you need them and their services, the more money they make. On the flip side, the more you educate yourself as to the realities of investing, trading, and how the market works, the less you will need them. This has two real benefits. The first being that you're likely to pay less fees, and who doesn't like that? The second is that you're highly likely to make more money and consistently make more money. It is for this reason the industry perpetuates the myth that trading is gambling or hard and best left for those wiser and more intelligent. Yet trading is not gambling at all. You don't need to be a rocket scientist to do it, and yes, it's not that hard once you know how. The industry also pushes hard another myth, that you cannot time the market, and so why try? As an experienced trader, I can assure you that the market is predictable and you can time the market so that you enter at low risk times and exit at high risk times. When you understand how to do this, you will find that you will make more money with less stress. Why am I saying all this to you? Quite simply, it is to make you aware that you're going to get many myths and roadblocks thrown at you on your journey to be a successful trader. You will also get those negative people telling you that you can't be a trader. They will tell you to give up and quite often give you poor advice on what you need to do. In these times, you need to remember that they are coming from their own experience to date and not yours. They are also not going to look after you in your retirement. And as we know, opinions are like backsides. Everyone has one. Here you need to stay focused as no one cares about your financial future as much as you. It's your money and it's your choice. Further, you need to be prepared as you will get roadblocks from the market because the stock market is the only thing that I know of that when you enter, you know that you're going to lose at some stage. The majority of people do not really appreciate that, and so they make poor decisions which cost them thousands. It is inconceivable to expect that 100% of the time that you go to trade, that you will be profitable. This is for two reasons. Firstly, no trading plan or analysis method is 100% effective. And secondly, the market is constantly changing. Therefore, what is working today may not work as effectively tomorrow. No one expects to lose when they place a trade into the market. When it happens in your early days, it can cause you to get frustrated and at times even create more hurdles for you to get over. These hurdles have the possibility of stopping you in your tracks if you fail to be open and responsible for what is going on at the time. You see, when you lose money, your emotions are higher than when you make a profit. If you accept and understand this, then you will be prepared before it occurs. As a result, you will be in a better position to move through it rather than letting it stop you. Let me say that a good skill to hold is to be good at selling shares, especially those that are in a loss situation. Your education will also present challenges to overcome, not just doing a course like ours, but over the years to come. Remember, all growth comes from discomfort. Being challenged by a roadblock or hurdle puts you into discomfort. Again, if you are prepared for this and work with coaches like us, you will move through these phases more easily and gain far more profit. Let's get into the market and this week's stocks.
Okay, just to let you know, I'm on a different computer. I didn't have time to record this at the same time as I recorded the first part, so that's part of the reason why you're not seeing me on the screen. But on your screen right now, on this is one of my main computers that I'm actually using here, where I do a lot of my analysis on for our students in our Diploma of Share Trading and Investment and our advanced course as well, and our course in contracts for difference. So I do a lot of teaching on this computer, so you can see there's some interesting little things on the screens now, rather than trying to get my chart to look like it is on the more simplistic chart that I actually use for these recordings. I just left stuff here, but it just shows you why I was expecting. Remember, the last few weeks I've been saying the market should go down for a couple of weeks, and as you can see here, this is a weekly bar chart. If you look up the top there, it says weekly bar chart, and you can see that moved right into this blue area, which is where my price time target was. And the market unfolds in price, time and pattern, and it really does. And what we often say to people is, and when the time is right and the pattern's right, then the market will stop falling. And so looking at this, if I just click around a few things, I just used the wrong tool. If I just click on here, you'll actually see here's my price targets coming up for the fall. I'll just put another one on, and oh, that didn't work, did it? Sorry. Let me add it. Where is it? Let me just add that one on, and go click. There you go. So that was my target that you would have seen on the charts that we've been looking at the last few weeks, and I knew it would have gone into that and right down, possibly down to that 6156. Now at this point in time, that was my my target. Now obviously it's moving up. Last week it moved up instead of down. Remember, I did say last week it's still possible we could have another one week down. At this point in time, it's not looking like it's going to do that. Looks like we've had our low, and that bar there was our low. Now if I grab that, and let me just go and copy it, it'll just show you my next projection. If I just project it off that, you can see now my next low is projected somewhere around January there, January 2019. So what is it going to do between now and then? My guess is we'll go through that high of 6481.3, move up, and then come down into somewhere into that's late January there. So late January, early February will be a low somewhere, but the peak will probably be early January. So that's right now. I think the market's looking quite nice and bullish. Now today we've got a couple of stocks. If I go and find where those stocks are, then I'll put them down here at the bottom there. There we go. That's the one I wanted. So we've got some stocks that people sent in, and the first one is Evolution Mining. We've had somebody ask me to have a really good look at this. Now, interesting fact with this one is it's been so bearish since June, and if you look on here, if I just click on my tools, my lock, and I just whack that on, you can see here how it's fallen 27.94%. Now, some simple rules that we teach in even in my basic course, in the Trading Mentor course. You would have exited this stock. In fact, you would have exited this stock ages ago, just using pretty much basic trend lines and a few other things that we teach in our course, in our courses. But right now, has this finished its fall? It could possibly have finished its fall. If you look over here, it's been a very, very bullish stock from right through from 2014-ish right through to that all-time high at 361. But there's multiple signals to exit this stock. But the sign here at the moment is 261 is your low there. That's 261 is low. Nice little move. If it moves through this high here to 91 this week, then this may be the bottom, but it's a big fall to have. To sit back and wait from that period of time back in from June right through to whereas that one August. So we're talking about a huge long wait over 12 months watching while your stock's falling, and we've seen a bit of increased volume, which is looking really nice. But at this point in time, I think this could be just a calm before the storm for another fall, or it may be finding some support. So is it the time to get into this stock? No. Is it the time to get out of a stock? This was passed a long time ago, the time to get out of it. But obviously the people, any person that owning this stock, right now it's not giving me a reason to buy it, and it's given me every reason to sell it. Not now. If I did own it right now, I wouldn't necessarily sell it right now. I'd still be hanging on to see what actually happens over the next couple of weeks, but I would have sold that way long ago, way earlier than this. GUD is another one that has been asked for me to do as well, so please keep sending your stuff in. Now, while you're listening to my voice, there's a subscribe button there, and I think it's over to the right of the screen. Click on that. Please subscribe to this channel. Also, please like it right now. If you're liking it, if you like my videos, just click like right now and type me some comments. The more you help me, the more these videos get out, the more I'll be doing them, and the more I'll be helping you out. It's like a nice little win-win. If you're not subscribing to my channel, then you need to, because the whole idea is to get these out to a lot more people to help them. So please hit subscribe now, hit like now, type me some comments, ask me a question, give me a stock to look at like these people have. So thank you for those people that did all that. Right now, GUD Holdings is going up. It's looking really, really nicely bullish. It's been a little bit bearish the last few weeks. We see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks down. Last week is looking a little bit bearish, but I think maybe we might get this week might be inside and up. If it is an inside and up week, then I think this uptrend will continue. So right now there's nothing too much to worry about. GUD Holdings, good stock. It's a really, really nice stock. So it is possible. It's a bit of indecision at the moment, but you can see it's moved up, consolidated, moved up, consolidated, moved up, consolidated. So maybe it's going to be moving up. I would watch it if it did fall through that 1407, then that's starting to give me a really big strong sign not to own this stock. And the other one is if we look at just drawing a trend line through, just a basic sort of monthly trend line through here, if it broke through that, I would definitely be getting out of it at this point in time. But right now, as I said, just hang on a bit. It may just be a little bit of a pull, what are you calling a secondary reaction in the marketplace before it does take off. So just be careful. Don't get out of it, but don't necessarily get in at the moment. Challenger Limited is another one that somebody else gave me, and again something that would have given me an exit already. It had its high here in December 2017, so it's spent a long time. But interesting, this current month you can see it's open here, right up here, gapped open, traded right down, has come right back. So that's an interesting thing. But as you can see here, it's just 1 week that's really taken off. So last week it took off nicely. This could just be a counter trend reaction in a down move. So let's just see if this is we get a down bar or 1 or 2 down bars here. We might see it break below that 999. At this point in time, it is looking like it possible could be finding some support and starting to move back up. But to me, it's just getting back to its normal angles. But it has been bearish for quite some time. So just hang. Again, not a stock that I would get into right now. I would have exited a long time ago. I would have been out of this stock months ago, many months ago, based on some just really simple rules that we teach in our courses. But getting out of that, not getting into it at this point in time. So let's look at the next one, Caltex. We're looking at Caltex in terms of it being an energy stock. Energy is looking really nice at the moment. There's a few good looking stocks in the energy sector. What I like about Caltex is it's been quite bearish through since March this year, and you can see this whole movement down from March 2015, and this is a real big consolidation pattern. It's not falling below this sort of levels, which is really interesting because it's been for, since this point in time, March 2015, in over 3 years, it's not falling below this 28.41 sort of level. I mean, it did fall down to 27.52. What I'm expecting to see, if it does hold some support, then this would make this a really nice buy moving forward. But right now, we need to assume it's going to continue to be bearish until it finds some support. So if we get some support and it starts to move up, there could be a nice little move up here on this stock. So I do actually like it. So that's it for me for this week's Australian Share Market Report. So remember, hit the subscribe button now, hit the like button now, type a question, a stock that you want. If you do it right now, you'll remember it and it'll happen. So please do all that for us, and we'll look forward to chatting with you next week. Take care.
What are your thoughts? If you've got any questions, please comment below. go and listen to our Talking Wealth podcast. They're available on Soundcloud and on our website. Now they're jam-packed with valuable information which will help you elevate your trading. Now if you're serious about learning to trade the share market and you'd like more information about our courses, please click the link in the video description below. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you've liked the video, remember to subscribe to keep up to date. I'm Dale Gillham, the Chief Analyst here at Wealth Within. Goodbye, good luck and good trading.